Hi, how are you?
So, yeah, the readers certainly missed you. You glad to be back?
Yes, I am.
So what do you make of this, well, for lack of a better word, Orizetti landslide?
The people lost again. They got conned again, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
We still have P3 privatization of hydro, which is going to affect St. Mary's paper. In 12 to 18 months, they're going to be back to the table of bankruptcy because privatization is still in the system, and hydro is going to go through the roof. And this time, Dalton's going to close the paper mill. Like, what a coincidence! Day after the election, Tembec lay off 200 people. They knew that prior to the election, but they held it off because they're good buddies with their corporate buddies, the Pinocchio Federal Liberals. And same with the hospital privatization. It's $100 million property homeowners got to pay. And time they start building it, property taxes are going to go through the roof. It should be 100% run by the province.
Yeah.
So property homeowners don't have to carry the burden. But those people want to pay more taxes, and they said they don't want to pay less. Then why would they go against themselves and vote for the Liberals or even the Conservatives?
Yeah.
They're blue and blue
Now,
light.
just one notice. I mean, Orizetti got over twice Arbus's vote. It sounds to me like
He conned the people again.
Yeah.
He conned the people because the Liberals have a record. It's like a judge making a decision. He looks at precedent. He lied. He said he would get rid of privatization in 2003 election. Didn't get rid of it. He didn't get rid of all these taxes, like privatization of the hospital, hydro. He said we put it back 100% back in hydro. He'll say anything, do anything. What part did the people did not understand? But you know why? People are in their comfort zone. They haven't lost enough. They got to suffer. So these 400 men in 12 to 18 months, they got to lose their job. And that's like saying to somebody, you're going to hit that wall.
So are you saying that the people are wrong?
Yeah, they're wrong because the evidence is there. I tell you, if they were in the jury, well, what part of the evidence did they miss? Or is that his record? He's guilty. He's charged. He took a $27,000 raise, and a week before the vote, he goes, "Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know nothing about it." If he was a moral man, he would have stood up in his place. He had a choice, and he could.
But didn't all the
let me finish. Okay. He could have stood and said, "No, I'm here for public interest, not private interest."
Yeah.
So Mr. Orizetti's there for himself, and for the next 4 years, he'll be padding his pocket because he proved it, because he could have stood up in the House and said, "No, I think people on minimum wage, people on disability pension, and welfare should get an increase."
Yeah.
Did not. But when it comes
hold
to
on a
these people,
sec,
no,
hold
let me
on.
finish my point here.
When they checked the books, all the NDP MPPs took the raise as well.
No, not everybody. And during the campaign,
But some of them took it.
That's not the issue. That's a red herring. Because the Liberals and Conservatives, the week before Christmas, got together and said, "We're going to pass this."
But did NDP MPPs accept the raise?
Let's not get distracted by the facts here. The facts are.
Okay, so we won't get distracted by the facts. Okay.
John Tory and him got together because legislation usually takes 6 months to a year to pass. They did it in 7 days. So they padded their own pockets, and meanwhile, people on minimum wage, welfare, and disability.
But hold on. If NDP MPPs accepted this raise, have they padded their...
Howard said in this campaign he would let me finish. Would eliminate the $40,000 and go back to the original pay.
But has he accepted the pay in the meantime?
No, he donated all his money to a charity.
What about other NDP MPPs?
Some did, some did not.
Okay, so some NDP MPPs are padding their pockets.
The issue is the record shows the NDP voted against it.
Okay.
Okay. And
but some, and after voting against it, some MPPs.
Howard Hampton, he's on record during the campaign, said we're going to roll back the $40,000 and not take that pay increase. We're going to increase the minimum wage to $10 an hour now. Now I want to ask Mr. Orizetti if he has any moral fiber, and I'm asking you straight, Mr. Orizetti. When you go back to the legislature, when I don't know if it's in October this year or November, are you going to stand up in the House and say, I want a raise, I want people on minimum wage to have a $10 minimum wage? Yes or no? Are you a man or are you a coward?
Okay.
If you're a man, you will stand up and you will say to them that I want my people in Sault Ste. Marie to have a livable wage.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if he's a man or a coward. But I think he's a coward because he's like a trained SEAL. When Dalton says jump, he says how high.
Okay.
And St. Mary's paper workers, 12 to 18 months from now, because privatization's still in the scheme, they're going to go back to bankrupt. And this time, he's going to do a 10-back. They're going to shut the place down. Then you're going to think, geez, why did I vote Liberal? And when you go to the hospital...
So are you admit... Hold on, stop. Are you admitting that union members voted for Rossetti?
No, I'm just saying to get what he got, he had to get working class votes. And I'm going to say to people that voted Liberal, that working class, when they go to the hospital now, because Howard had a plan bringing in foreign doctors to relieve the pressure out of the emergency. By having foreign doctors taking, because a lot of people lost their doctors, these foreign doctors would have came in, these patients would have been their patients, and it would have cut down at the ER. Instead of 8 or 9 hour wait, you might wait an hour or two. Howard had a plan. Liberals, no plan. They still have delisting of chiropractor, eye doctor, and physiotherapy. Yeah. NDP was the only party that was going to put it back in the system. So all I'm going to say to these people that go to emergency, if you're waiting 9 or 10 hours, you vote a Liberal and you start to bitch and cry, do not bitch and cry, because you're the one who wants to get kicked in the teeth again. You had a choice. You had the party. And who's the party of Medicare? Tommy C. Douglas. And who do you think is going to protect Medicare? The Liberals and Tories, which Mr. Gardner in Saskatchewan, a Liberal, fought Mr. Tommy Douglas tooth and nail fight against Medicare. Liberals and Tories are not for the working class. And the working, you know how we got the middle class? Because of Tommy C. Douglas' social program.
Well, just two things
when you get rid of social programs, you go to working poor and the rich.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
I want to go back to this idea that if I understand you correctly, you're saying that union.
No, I'm talking about
union.
People,
like we knew the teachers.
People, I don't care if they're non-union, unionized, or whatever. Working class people.
We know that teachers and the firefighters union supported Orzetti, but are you saying that Orzetti captured a lot more of the union vote?
All I'm saying is the evidence was clear. He was guilty as charged. He lied, and this could be more with this Liberal majority government. They're going to delist more services. There are going to be more cuts to health care. There's going to be more user fees, and that means less money in your pocket. So the middle class is going to be shrinking, because the goal of the Conservatives and the Tories is to cut 1,000 cuts until no more. They want to get rid of Medicare altogether.
I mean, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing Buzz Hargrove.
Buzz is lost. Buzz is like the lost sheep of Israel. That guy is lost.
But he's still head of the largest union in Canada.
He's still lost. He signed an NDP card here, and I got it right here.
He signed.
And it states.
That's Buzz's NDP card.
Yeah, and if he doesn't understand what he signed, which I have here, right here.
Well, why is the NDP losing the union vote then?
Because they're brainwashed. This is to Buzz Hargrove, and it states. A current membership sticker signifies this is a member in good standing of the New Democratic Party and who has undertaken in writing that she or except will abide by the principle of the party and is not a member or supporter of any other political party. So if he doesn't understand what he wrote, then he says, "Oh, what did I do wrong?" When you have Paul Martin and say, I'm agreeing with Paul Martin, then you went against your own what you signed. And if you don't understand what you signed, you better get a lawyer or you're not too swift.
Yeah.
And that tells me.
But I mean, my question here is, why is the
here's the card.
Yeah, why is the union vote going Liberal?
Because they've been brainwashed. They think they're going to be like the Conrad Blacks, the dream. They don't care, and they're going to learn. They're going to learn 12 to 18 months from now. Because people in the comfort zone, they brought the BS from the Liberals. The Liberals will say anything, do anything. They're conservatives by trade, because when they govern, they kept majority of Mike Harris's policies. So Liberals and Conservatives are blue light. So working, like David Lewis, a reporter asked, why did you lose why didn't the people vote for the NDP? You brought an old age and pension. It wasn't the Liberals. You know what David Lewis said? There's no law that says that people can't be stupid. That answers your question?
Okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is the people are stupid.
All I'm saying is people, hey, you want to get conned? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. You want to get conned the third time? You got to get hit in the head 3 times in the head with a baseball bat. You got to hit. It's like telling
10 seconds.
You're going to hit that wall. When they hit the wall, oh, geez. Hey, You know what? God bless. I hope you enjoy the Liberal cuts. I'll see you in 4 years. Save this. Put in your favorites.